Welcome back, and we are still playing Labyrinth, the War on Terror. Last time it started out really well, but it just went down the drain when the world shifted its net view on terrorism. So they figured out that this hard posture is not working, so they changed to soft. It's mainly Europe, of course, that's the problem. Well, even Canada has changed to soft. I should consider changing the US to soft as well, but then I cannot do an invasion anymore. I cannot do a regime change. The jihadist player, as always, he goes first. So let's just flip a card and see. It's the UN Nation Building. United Nation Building. World Body lends a hand. It's a US event, and it's playable because a country is marked with a regime change. But because it's a playable event, they will plot with 2 operations. So prestige is high. Can you see that? Yeah. The prestige track is in high here, and they cannot plot in the US. Let's just have a quick look at the diagram. It's been a while. This event has still not happened. Then they will plot in countries with troops, and Afghanistan has troops, and also the Gulf states. So they will do plots in Afghanistan and or Gulf states. Which one? Well, they are placing the plot priorities with operations. First fair country, then good countries, then poor. Both are fair. I don't think I can distinguish them further. No, so okay, so at least one will happen in Afghanistan, and the other one may be in Afghanistan or in the Gulf states. I would just roll a die, I think. On the 1 to 3 it's Afghanistan. Of course it's Afghanistan again. It's always Afghanistan. So I'm taking 2 random plots. Number 5 and number 2, and place them in Afghanistan. That's a very bad start. They need to see if they are successful first. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's see if they are successful. They have 2 active cells already, so they use them. And 1 plot is successful. They're placing plot number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 from this track and put it in Afghanistan. Next card. I can't pronounce that. Uyghur Jihad. East Turkmenistan Islamic Movement. I need to test China, and I need to place a cell in Central Asia. If they test... Yeah, okay, so let's do this first. Let's just test China. That's a 4, and that's soft. Yeah, China goes soft. And then it says I need to place a cell in China if it's soft. And the cell will go to Central Asia if it's hard. I can't do it because the track is empty. But they still do the event. They have sort of in 2 turns, the world has shifted from a +3 hard or +2 hard to +3 soft. That's incredible, and it's quite difficult to get them back. So that's incredible. I don't know what I can do. Do I have any good events? Yeah, I need to get the plot out of Afghanistan, sure. Yeah, this is a 3 operation value, and the event here is not playable. It says play for enhanced measures, renditions or wiretapping. You see in the event box, they are not. So I will take this for the operations. Yeah, I simply remove the plot from Afghanistan. Okay, I've adverted that plot. Yeah, so I'm taking Jamar Islamaya. I'm just trying to take advantage that the jihadist player has placed all his troops on the board. So because this event says place 2 cells in Indonesia, I can't do that, but I'm playing this card. I'm using these operations to move some troops to deploy. I will move any troops from one location on the board to the target, and the target here for my movement, yeah, is Jordan. I want to move troops to Jordan because it's a ally, so it can sort of take my troops. The only countries I can move troops to are allies or the troop track, but I'm just taking 1 troop from Saudi Arabia. I don't want to take it from the track. and I go into Jordan like that. And the reason is going to become evident later. I have another card which will sort of play off that. Okay, so I'm doing something smart, something devious. So let's see what the jihadist player will answer with. Abu Sayyaf, oh no. Oh, man. Jihadist aligned with Moro separatists and place a cell in the Philippines. There's no cells on the track, I can't do it. But it is playable, so yeah. So we have this Abu Sayyaf marker, which I need to put in play. Over at the Philippines, there's even a separate box for it, so it's an important event. It's in play. I can't place a cell there, but it says that while this marker is in effect, US may deploy here, and it's a -1 prestige for each plot placed unless troops outnumber cells. So every time they try to place a plot there, they will hit me for -1 prestige unless I keep troops there. And this is the only event that will allow troop placement in countries that are non-Muslims. I'm going to keep this here so I remember what it says also and how to resolve it. They play again. They play Anbar Awakening. Let's check. It's a US event, so we need to check it. Play if troops in either Iraq or Syria. Iraq has no troops. Syria has no troops. So it's not a playable event. It means that these guys will try to do jihads. Major jihad is not possible anywhere, but there is a possibility for a jihad in Afghanistan and in the Gulf states, so they will do that. So the priorities, there's a box for priorities for minor jihad, because now we have two countries, both the Gulf states and Afghanistan can do a minor jihad, and both are fair countries, so they get selected in the same process. I have two operations, so I can either have two in Afghanistan or one in each, because of the number of cells here. There's a priority. First, always try Pakistan if you can. I can't this time. Then where there's aid, then where is the besieged regime, then with the highest resource. And Afghanistan has a besieged regime, so they will prioritize Afghanistan and have two tries in Afghanistan for a jihad. So they will go active with two cells, they're already active, and they need to roll 1 or 2 to be successful. They were not successful with any. And finally some good fortune has come my way, I think. At least I hope. Because the failure will remove these troops and put them back on the track. On the funding track. That was their second event card. I'm trying with this card, I'm trying to do something in Afghanistan again with 2 operations, because Afghanistan has fair. Afghanistan up there has fair. So with this card I am rolling to see if I am able to shift the regime. And, oh no, it's too difficult. The penalty, no, that's too difficult. The penalty is +3 soft. So I have a -3 penalty. The penalty now is so great that I cannot change the posture or change the governance level in any country. So I can't do it. I need to use this 1 pointer to try to change some postures. Yeah. I'm trying to change a posture in, well, let's say France. I'm doing, basically what I'm doing is a war of ID in a allied country, or in an allied country, or in a Eastern European country. Just say that I need to select this country and roll on the posture table. And the cost is of course the governance level, which is 1, so it's not a high cost. But if I get the same as US, if I get hard, then I gain prestige. So what was it? Was it France I selected? Yeah, let's do France. And the posture, I need to roll a 5 or 6 basically. I did not. I rolled a 2. I will try it again with this card. No, not with that card. With this card here, with Nest. I'm trying it again. Let's see. This time I rolled a 4. And that's also soft. That's my entire turn wasted. No, I don't feel this is going very well actually. Yeah. I really hoped there for a while, but now this game has turned on me. They are doing sanctions, US event. it's not playable, so they will look for jihad possibilities. Again, it's Afghanistan and the Gulf states. And it's only one operation value, so they only try with one cell. And because they have a besieged regime in Afghanistan, they will select that over the Gulf states, due to the priorities we just saw. So let's see if they can do it. They need to roll a 1 or 2. They rolled a 5. They were unsuccessful. Well, it means that this cell is out of Afghanistan. Card number 2. Abbas. Another US event. Allows quartet if troops not in overstretched. They are not. And no Islamist rule adjacent to Israel. Nope, that's not true. So this is playable. Yeah, it's playable, and that means they will plot with 2 operations. And now we have an interesting situation here. We have that the US, they can't plot in the US, the prestige is not low, but this event is in effect the Abbasiyif. And the cells is greater than true. Oh no, it's not, because they didn't place a cell, so this is true, but the second requirement that the cells are more than troops is not true. So again, they will plot in countries with troops. Yep, and there is only one place they can plot. It's the Gulf states. So they will try to plot here by going active and roll for plot with 1 die. Oh, they were successful. Why? That's not good. It's plot number 3. I'm taking plot number 3 and placing it in the Gulf states. And any remaining point is used for radicalization. So there's one remaining point. They will place a cell, and because now there are cells on the track in this country, which is, let me see, TAN 3. It is, well, it's actually the Philippines, so they can you believe this? I mean, I was lucky when the jihadist player got the Abi Sayyaf event, because they had no troops, or they had no cells to place there. But now, because of this radicalization process, and I rolled 2 dice, and I get this one country. I get the Philippines. Ha! So that means that they can plot in the Philippines, and they will. And every time they plot in the Philippines, I will lose 1 prestige. It's unbelievable. Everything is just hitting me from left and right now. This is truly a rough turn. Ah. So okay, so I need to take care of the plot in the Gulf states. I cannot afford any more prestige loss. I need to play this martyrdom operation for the 3 value, because it's the only 3 value card I have. Alternatively, I could play a 2 value card, save it, and play another 2 value. Well, it's not a very good event. It says that play if a non-Islamist rule country has a cell, and many countries has a cell that are not under Islamist rule. I need to replace that cells with any 2 available plot markers. No, I can't play that. That's terrible. That just gives me more plot markers. Forget that. This card I need to vary. I can't use this ever. Okay, now I'm doing my plan. I'm playing Sakawi, and I'm playing it for the event. If either Iraq, Syria, or Lebanon or Jordan has troops. Yeah, no, I'm forfeiting the prestige. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah. Because now I moved the troop to Jordan, so that's okay. This can happen now. And I get +3 prestige, and this card is removed. I'm putting it in the discard pile because I'm only playing a 1 deck game, but it is removed, and I get to gain 3 prestige. I do it like that, and this is going to cost me, for sure. I'm going to ignore the plot in the Gulf states, and that's going to cost me a prestige loss, but I need to do that anyway. Okay, so I'm trying to select the posture of France yet again. This time I rolled a 6. Yay! I was able to talk some sense into the French and get them to view it like I do, like the US do, hard. reduces the penalty here to 2. I think let's count 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, yeah, of course, what I need to do is I need to test the Philippines as well, because I placed some guys in there. Let's see. 3. Sadly, that's soft. So that worsens the situation quite a bit. Yeah, sorry about that. Philippines is soft. And then the net posture is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 soft versus 1, 2, 3, 4 hard. That's 2 soft. Okay, let's continue. Al-Anbar, Sun Resistance Sanctuary. Place a cell in Iraq. Oh. Iraq gets a cell. Disrupt only affects 1 cell regardless. So I'm putting it in the event box. Putting the card on the side. Yep. Oops. Oops, oops. Play if Russia or Central Asia has a cell. Well, none has a cell. And there, okay, so this is not playable. That was good because this was a possibility for the Islamist player to get weapons of mass destruction. So it's not possible to play it, so they will instead use it as an operation. Major jihad, not possible. Minor jihad is possible. They can do a minor jihad in the Gulf states. Oh, there's a plot marker there, I forgot that. So this, oh yeah, so this should happen before, yeah, that's right. So let's just resolve that now. So the funding will go up. It's back up to 9. And I will lose prestige because it has troops. And I need to roll a number of dice equal to the plot's number. Because now I need to, yeah, so this is the first time we have seen a plot go off in a fair country. We need to reveal the number, it's 2. So I get to roll 2 dice. And if I get a 1 or 2, that's equal to the governance level or lower, I will worsen the governance level to poor. That I did not. Well, so it's not worsened, that's great. But they do get the funding, of course. And this plot marker goes back in the pile here. And I will shuffle it, shuffle. But 2 operation value, and they will try to do a minor jihad in the Gulf states. Yep, and they have 1 cell, so let's see if they are successful. Let's hope not. They are not. That failure removes them. Back to the track. The last point they will use for radicalization. So they will place a cell in a random country. Again with the dice. 6-4. 6-4 is Iraq. So suddenly they have decided to put a lot of cells in Iraq. Sharia, I am using this, I will try to roll a posture. I'm burying this, so I'm trying to roll a posture in one of the European countries to improve the relations. So let's take Germany and see if I can roll a 5 or 6. Come on, Germany. No. I'm all out of cards. They are playing Gaza War. US discard a random card, I can't do it. +1 funding, -1 prestige, so I'm down to -10 prestige. Funding is already at maximum. That was the turn. Let's do the end of turn effects. -1 funding. Keeps pendling between 9 and 8. Yeah. I do need to take a prestige loss. I'm back at 9. Oh, can't believe it. And that's basically it. We need to deal new cards. Let's play out the final round of Labyrinth. I will deal the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 cards left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards for the US player, and the jihadist player gets 9 cards because of his incredible funding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm out of cards. I need one more. This is called a reshuffle. And actually, in a one deck game, whenever I have to draw a card and there is no card available, the game ends. I do not get to play out these hands. So the game is over. Ah, that's a that's a bugger. I was sure I was able to play one more round, but there's just one card too little in the deck for that. And it's because they got so incredibly much funding. If they were down to 5 or 6, they would only draw 8 cards, and then I would be able to play one more round. Or even if I just deployed one more troop. It's a bit sad I blew it, because I only need 2 more countries to be fair or good in order to win. So instead of focusing so much on Afghanistan, I should have focused much more on getting some of the other countries up to good and fair. Okay, well, that may be as it is. I do not win. The jihadist player will win then. And the reason why he did win was because he was able. The event sort of dramatically shifted in favor of the jihadist player when he was able, or she or it was able, to get so many soft countries out on the map, because when they are viewing it soft, I have such a tremendous penalty that I cannot do a war of ideas in any countries. What they did was they pulled pulled the relations down to from +3 to -3 in 2 turns. So, and then the penalty is so great that I cannot do anything in the Muslim world, because I just have a completely opposite stand than the world. This was just like playing a human player. It was tremendous. I really enjoyed that. I felt like I was setting up the victory, and suddenly just boom, they hit me with this posture thing. Man, that was great. That was great. Wow. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. I want to play it again. Okay, so join me in a little while for some final thoughts time.